Welcome back to Workers and Resources. We continue our 10 pop challenge, and we'll have some changes that we need to make. Last time we ran into pollution issues, and I think the solution for that would be clear. We probably should relocate the incinerator and the heating plant out of this area and try and make our polluting industries be in a different location. I don't think they're going to be a problem for population growth, but they are going to decrease the efficiency a little bit. So it's probably best to move them out of the way and to a different customs house, in this case Brelov. We'll have a steady supply of workers there. We can run both the incinerator and the heating plant at full capacity, and use this incinerator just for domestic waste incineration. So this one would not change position, this one would remain here, but there would be no more hazardous waste being incinerated in the area. We would get rid of that. I think that's the change we are going to make. Our life expectancy is back to being okay, so looks like one person incinerating waste is acceptable. I guess we can still import hazardous waste here at that rate. That should be okay. We set this one to only import 50% hazardous waste, so that we do not overfill this building. And yeah, let's see what it looks like in a bit. We have to build the road first, before we can make that change. I don't think the construction offices can reach over here. I'll have to see how far it can go. But yeah, we'll set up a heating plant, an incinerator, and a fire station. And maybe a construction office and technical service, we'll see. And then have a dirt road go across the mountain to maybe see and make if we can make it so that the repair station can also reach that place. I guess we could build it in this area instead. That would lengthen the drive a little bit. But if we can reach it with our existing facilities, that would be nice. We'll wait and see what happens when all of the construction offices are done, and make a decision after. Right now, we'll continue with the population growth. And I think it's looking pretty good actually. While we have dropped in population again a little bit, losing our older citizens, we now have 10 children growing up, which is as many workers as we have. Like, this is looking pretty good. And the next time we can increase population growth again, we will do so right away. There's a thunderstorm brewing outside my window, so if any of that bleeds through my microphone, I apologize in advance. There's not a lot of workers here anymore. At least it feels like it. Feels like we had way more earlier. And yeah, we're starting to see some low government loyalty. I mean, a few buildings are outside of range. Mainly the shopping center, the pub, and the workplace of the heating plant and the museum. I don't see how that would be as having such a significant effect though. Must be a different reason, right? Maybe they got an education from someone with a lower loyalty and that's why this is not as high. Also, criminality 7%. Yeah. That's not ideal. We're not having... Okay, we do have some crime effect. Well, that's not good. We can't really build a police station, a courthouse and a prison with that low of a population count, can we? I mean, we can build it, but does it make any sense to lock them up? Maybe. I mean, we would really need a very low amount of workers to run these facilities, and I guess if we have them, we have them. Okay, so... small police station. I guess we could make a cluster of these facilities here, somewhere in this area. Needs to be within walking distance, so people can work, but mainly from the bus stop, not from the residential buildings. Yeah, the courthouse is quite large. How's the walking distance? Pretty decent. You can reach the bus stop. I mean, the main point is to have enough workers in the prison at all times. The other facilities probably need like 1 or 2 workers at most. But the prison needs to run constantly, otherwise we're gonna face escapes. I guess we'll plan out the facilities to have them. All of them are also hooked up to the new heat exchanger that we want. So that should be okay. This is going to cost us some money. Hopefully not too much, so that we have to recuperate it with hazardous waste imports too much. I will wait and see. The last road over here is being built. Oh, that was only a small pause. Hello again, Sancho. Yeah, I felt like doing more than one stream today, so we're back. Surprise. Looks like we can only get up to that point approximately, so if we build the heating plant and the fire station in this area, we would be okay. Maybe if I separate this road out a little bit more, I can find an area that is even closer. Okay, looks like about there. So this is the limit. So if we build the... Okay, let's check that the repair station is also in range. Yeah. Got sushi, eating and watching the stream. Enjoy. Enjoy your meal. If we build the heating plant here and we build a fire station and the waste incinerator and then supply the resources from Brelov, we can run this without problem and without fear of polluting our citizens. So this is probably where we will set up our facilities. So we'll have like a bus stop in this area. Small incinerator should still be enough. I could go for a large one, but it's not really beneficial for us. A small one was definitely enough to drive down the price of hazardous waste already. Let's leave some room for waste storages. Larger one is more effective, but it costs more to establish, and I don't really anticipate that we will a smaller one is more effective? Oh, you mean the heating plant? No, the larger heating plant is more effective. The small one uses 2 tons of coal to provide 40 gigajoules, so it's a ratio of like each piece of coal makes, what is it? 20 gigajoules, and here each one makes more. Because we multiply the amount of coal by 4, but the amount of gigajoules we get is multiplied by 5. So instead of 16 something gigajoules, we get 210. So the large heating plant is more effective and requires less coal. It doesn't have as much coal storage internally, but from the heat production and the pollution, it should be more effective. Why don't you build a large one? I am planning the large heating plant. I'm just not planning a large incinerator because we're not gonna import that much waste. The large heating plant is planned. We'll have a bus platform in the area. And, well, I'm gonna pause that and that. We'll build the infrastructure connections first. We'll get the bus platform set up. We will need the fire station for the area. And then the heating pipe, which will probably need a heat pumping station, which I wanted to build anyway. Oh, it's gonna be close. We might have to build the heat exchanger somewhere else. Or I might have to move the heating plant a bit further back even. But that's okay. Okay. This should now be enough distance where we can reach here. With 2 kilometers, it's barely still out of range. Let's see. Alright, I'm gonna move the heat exchanger, I guess. A heat pumping station could catch fire, which would be really problematic. I'm a little bit worried about that actually, but if the road is cleared, it might be okay. We'll also have to get electricity in this area. I will leave the small heating plant where it is in case of emergencies. This is going to take quite a while to dig. I mean, I could make another heat pumping station, that would be okay. And I can move this one a little bit back, give us some extra range. Even though that's not really that important, but still. Really? This is barely able to reach here. No. Okay, then I guess something in the middle. These pipes are going to be really, really expensive. Centralized heating is, yeah. I mean, I don't think I will build that stuff right now. But we'll have it on the agenda and planned out. And we need another heating pipe from here to here. We'll get the fire station set up, establish a bus route bringing workers here, start with the incinerator, and then see if we can increase our income again with regular waste imports. Leaving this setup as is. And trying to run everything in this area instead. I feel like you're not really getting more citizens. Hello, Zero. We are. We're up to 14 workers now. We did drop down in the end of the last episode a bit because of the pollution issues. But we are up from the 16 citizens that we started with. And we have a lot of children growing up. We have 14 workers in total. And we have 7 children and 1 person studying over the age of 21. They will be allowed to finish their studies. They're almost done. I think the birth rate increase will help. We could reuse a few more children. I don't know if they will give us some more. We don't have any 0 to 6-year-olds anymore. Kindergarten was on fire for a brief moment there. Let's see, fire station. The fire station says it can reach this heat exchanger. I wonder if I should shorten the road a bit. I think I need to establish better snowplow services. I mean, no, the snowplows are scheduled to go up to the heat exchanger already. That would be enough. If they can keep the roads cleared, then I would feel safe, and the heating plant will have its own fires emergency service. We can definitely spare the money for that. Especially if it will be our new source of income in that area. We're 50,000 US dollars away from breaking even with the US currency from the start. Getting more than 4,000 US dollars per month seems pretty good. Come on, 1 professor. Thank you. You should finish your education next time probably. You just ticked up to 1.97, so you're very close, but 1 more time I assume. After that, we currently have 2 other people also studying, so not really a good idea to shut down the university right now. And we have 5 children going to school, and they seem to be about the correct pace of getting an education. Although it could be a bit faster, I guess. Seems okay. I'll up this to 3 workers and 3 teachers for a little bit more consistency. More children, please. We are running a kindergarten, so more children, please. Not sure why the drinking alcohol is still showing up. I thought that one would go away as soon as we get the alcohol standards. Oh, we can repeat the research now. Let's do it. Let's definitely restart the research. Last year we had 14 births. This year only 1 so far. So we're not seeing a large bump of births at one time, but I do think we are seeing more births at the end of the year. Let me check the year before that. Also 13 births. 13. Okay, let's go by year. So last year, 14. Oh, it's changing by month. I thought if I click this, it would go by year. We had 19 births and 18 deaths that year before. So we did have a net growth of 5 citizens this year, last year. And this year we're still waiting for the birth rate to hit, I guess. Not sure why we had a rise in population here. Oh, I guess it's only counting the adults, maybe. No, that's... okay, no, that's a rise of one person. It looks more than that, but yeah. With such a low population count, I guess that's how it is. Okay, so it seems like we can repeat that research quite frequently. If we get to 32 citizens in this number, we have doubled our starting population. This is basically the goal that I want to see. And I guess we're gonna get a justice system because we have some crime in our society. 5% criminality is looking exceedingly terrible. Yeah, we're having high crime rates here. Which also might affect like the health and well-being of our citizens, so I guess we'll have to run these facilities. The police station and courthouse we can run with like 2 workers. But the prison we probably have to run with 5 at all times to make sure that it's always staying fully staffed. Similar to a fire station. Over here we still have to connect this to the footpath, otherwise it can't get built. $370 tons of gravel left, then we have the road. Once that one is done, I would like to be informed about it, so I don't have to keep looking at it. Eight children, 14 workers, 1 21-year-old. Are you not done yet? Oh yeah, no, you just finished. Okay, so after your free time, you'll join the workforce, and then we will have 15 workers. Cool. These road construction projects, at least 2 of them will need workers to finish, so this bus might be overkill, but whatever. We're gonna finish these roads. Not that one. That one's a heat exchanger, that one's not that important. This one would be. This one, please. The population growth is really slow and muted. Oh, there. The alcohol issues went away, and our life expectancy is 84 years now. So if we don't run into pollution issues and we have that life expectancy, that would be really good. because then our citizens would live a little bit longer. And since they don't have any retirement, they would work all the way to the end. Yeah, you finished your studies. 2 students left. Already 10% on the research. Okay, we went through all of the hazardous waste. We definitely need another source of income, so this is getting somewhat urgent. It will not need its own input, it will not need an output, all it needs is a bunch of trucks bringing hazardous waste here. And then loading whatever is inside and bringing it back to the customs house. But yeah, first the fire station and the bus platform, please. The other buildings we can build by when we start bringing workers to that area. Taking a lot of workers for construction. Didn't quite finish that one. But we will finish this one. Let's put these on high priority, so it finishes these constructions before it goes to the incinerator area. Yeah, I think this customs house is too far away. I should build a power line from it though, to our switch. In case I will need to rework this power line at the customs house, so I need another power line out of here. Thankfully that one will not be too expensive. 4 megawatt wire is going to be enough, and it can just cut across the terrain, not caring about anything. That'll be fine. At 140 work days, we need like 25 workers to finish it after that has been prepared. Oh, maybe 30. Let's double the workforce. Okay. Starting to bring resources for these construction sites. It's the middle of the year, so heating shouldn't become a problem if we're taking a few more vehicles to the customs house. But other areas might become a problem, like our clinic. Thankfully we now have so many highly educated workers that they can fully staff the building by themselves if there's a need for it. It's a little bit inefficient, but hey, it works. Only one more student. Did we lose someone? No. So I guess someone else grew up. That means we have 16 workers now. Excellent. One more student. I wonder how old they are and how far they are along their education progress. Because if they're almost ready, we could finish them, let them finish, and then put the research back to full speed. But they're fairly early on, so we'll have to give them time. Oh yeah, seems to be okay. Health of 95 is pretty good. Seems like some people are still suffering from health decreases because of alcohol. Maybe some of them are drinking too much and that's the reason. But the quality of the alcohol should be better now. I could remove the alcohol completely and then run the country as a dry country, but kinda don't want to. We do have 3 excavators. Are they driving to construction sites? Please wait and get delivered by machinery instead. They might be driving over here. Not sure where they currently are. That's okay. Oh, okay. You're waiting for delivery of asphalt. Well, after that you can go to the road leading to the prison and build that maybe. I want to try running this without assignments again. We made that assignment when we had an epidemic. I feel like it's currently leading towards the highly educated workers going into slots that they would rather not go into, like the staff slots of the small clinic. I'll put the clinic back to 3 workers, allowing more room for regular educated citizens in there. So maybe they can balance that a little bit more efficiently. If we're starting to see health issues or problems, we'll have to change it back up again, because the clinic, I think, is our most valuable asset right now. Lots of construction. We're losing money again. Don't like to see that. But that's the way things are right now. Okay, fire station and bus platform soon to be constructed. Looks like we're building the road to the bus platform right now. For this loop we probably need like 3 to 4 buses. Not the largest ones, we're not gonna have that many foreign workers here. But not microbuses either. I want to at least get, I think, like 20 workers per bus. Okay, don't know what the professors are doing right now. Teaching people, being doctors, and everyone showing up at the same time at the medical university, I guess. Well, we're a quarter of the way there for repeating our research. Definitely selected the right one this time, I made sure. I'm wondering if I should build another road here to shorten the route for the fire station. I think the other one can also reach from here to the heat exchanger. I might have to build a snowplow, a technical service in this area. I don't think that would be the worst idea. Making sure that our fire trucks can get to the heating plant seems like a reasonable investment, right? Still waiting on the asphalt here. Looks like it's on its way now. At least as soon as it can get into the customs house. And then the excavators will be free to go to the construction sites over here. finishing this road and then helping with the buildings. I think the setup will be useful. As long as we get enough workers for it, we should be fine. I can prioritize with the bus platform to send workers to the heating plant, and after that one is sufficiently filled, to the incinerator, or at least say 75 here, 25 here. Something like that would be good. 8 more workers and then we've doubled our population. Or 8 more citizens, I should say. We got 60% more workers than we started out with, so at least something. I hope it'll start snowballing soon. But we gotta be careful with pollution. I mean, the citizens that died off from pollution were quote-unquote relatively close anyway, but it's still unfortunate because we lost the benefit that we had from them because they passed early. So, ideally you don't want that to happen. You want to keep them alive for as long as possible. Let's make sure you can study. It's a little bit more important than research. Maybe I should care less about people not being able to drink. Maybe I should reduce the amount of workers in the pub. Can we get some workers for our shopping center again, please? That's a lot. Thank you. We had some people not being able to buy food again. But they are able to do that right now, so that's okay. I'll build a footpath here so they can get to the store that way instead of having to walk the gravel footpath. That can be done by an excavator, right? Yeah, okay. That's fine then. Okay, the incinerator has a very short road. We'll have to help build that. Double the workforce, 25 workers should be enough to build that. And the incinerator is something we will need before the heating plant. The incinerator will basically fund the construction of the heating plant. I've never built a heating plant that far away from a settlement, especially the first settlement. 2 heat pumping stations away. Very strange, but I think it's gonna be fine. How's the power line doing? 1 more delivery of gravel and then some steel and electronic components. We can do that. After that power line has been built and we get electricity from that customs house, we will tear down the other power line and build a switch over there as well. Basically tear off a tiny amount of power line, build a switch here, connect it again, run another power line here and have a transformer in this area. Just to make sure this one also has electricity. I don't want to run medium voltage wires that far. I feel like there could be some loss of electricity. Okay. Make sure people can study. Guess that's fine. Transformer. This area will also need water, just to make sure that the heating plant runs as efficiently as possible. There's a railroad connection. Should not come into play, not really. Let's also make sure we don't interrupt the road construction that's currently happening. And then we just have to hook that up here and hook the other power line up to this switch as well. And we'll be good. And then we'll have electricity in this area. And the last thing we need to worry about is water. I don't even know if we need to handle sewage. I mean, yes, sewage piling up can cause health issues, but we're not really having our own citizens here, so just increase the productivity by providing water and then not care about sewage? Anyone? Would probably work, right? We'll try it. Health went down 3%. Some starvation apparently. I think I have a handle on that. Well, most of the time at least. Please provide education opportunities. I feel like we have way fewer highly educated workers if I don't force them to go into buildings. Like, I feel like they are doing weird things. I think this school is probably overstaffed. Let's reduce that down to 1 teacher. And also the clinic. No, the clinic should be at least 3. Let's keep that one high. I always have to keep myself from reducing the clinic, because yes, you click it, there's not much happening here. But as soon as someone shows up, they need to be treated, otherwise you're gonna run into problems. Be it via ambulance, especially via ambulance, but also if they just walk there to get preventative health care. How long until we get to the other customs house? I would like to pick up some workers there. Still 310 tons of gravel, so 30 more deliveries, then we would be ready. I mean, our scrapping facility is not that urgent. I would just like to have it, I guess. We already built all of the footpath. I guess we could build it with just workers slowly walking onto the construction site. I think I'm going to relocate the road cranes into the regular construction office. And just handle the bus here. Because then if I turn this on and someone walks onto the construction site, the road cranes will follow. And I don't have to assign this construction office for it. Same with these construction sites, basically. As soon as they're done with the groundworks, they can turn on some workers walking onto the construction site and they can finish them with just people walking there. Looks like we're doing vehicle maintenance, very nice. Slowly, but that's enough. I'm a little bit worried about the heat pumping station here. It's the furthest away from both fire stations, but I feel like if we make sure that there's a technical service here with some snow plows, having the priority for asphalt roads set to the maximum, or reducing the priority for gravel roads, then they will plow the roads consistently, and fire trucks should be able to get there with not too much problem. Looks like a road crane already went here. And yeah, this can just slowly get built up over time. There's no need to hurry. We can increase the amount of workers on these construction sites a little bit, if we feel like it. We definitely have a crime problem. 27 workers now. Oh, 27 citizens, sorry. 11 children. We got 5 new children. That's pretty good. Still a lot of students. I think the priority is probably on the students right now, but yeah, I would like to continue the research. 2 professors for research and the rest for the students. Don't go into the staff slot. Okay, that way then. Oh, people go up now over time? Yeah, seems like we're getting population now. We've got 11 children and 16 workers. The more workers we have, the more children we will have, so it should look pretty good. I don't know what the average age is, but it shouldn't be too high. Oh, it's still 42. Okay. That one is still okay. We have 1 person who will die fairly soon. Other than that, all of them are really young. Like the person at 74, if we have winter again, if winter starts and the life expectancy goes down for reasons, then there's a very good chance that they might not make it. But they are also going to grow up a few extra years before winter even starts because of the accelerated growth and aging. Okay, 1.65 at 20 years old, a little bit slow, but still okay. Just some extended studying time should be fine. As soon as the research is done, people can catch up with things. Power line. Everything is here. This will call for the worker bus to finish. Do we have road cranes available? Yes, we do. Okay, then that's fine. Got 1 road crane heading there right now. And yeah, as soon as we have this power line up, we should be able to separate the other power line and make the adjustment. But we still have to wait for the road to finish construction to actually get to the switch over here. So it's going to take a while before we can make that adjustment. Let's look at the population graph. Oh yeah, that's definite increase in population right now. I'm all for it. If we get to 32 people, we've doubled our population. we get to 20 workers, we've doubled our workforce. Why is happiness going down? Culture, alcohol. I guess being unable to drink alcohol does reduce happiness. Might also cause crime, who knows. I think we'll have a road connection go through here, simply for the fact that our police station might be able to deal with crime in this area. Oh no, it might be too far away. Also, it's just going to be foreign workers over there, so it shouldn't matter. But I do think that if we have a road go over there, then the fire station will be... It will be easier for the fire station to extinguish anything at the heat pumping station. But then I guess I'm planning for technical service in this area instead. We'll do that instead. Okay. We also want to upgrade all of these roads, I guess, at some point. To make sure that they are asphalt when we drop down the technical service here. Or we'll do that later. Looks like we got all the resources for the police station, so we'll let 2 workers go onto the construction site. We got our power line. Let's make sure we don't have any issues if I turn off this connection. No export. Still got electricity, as we should. So yeah, we could make the change to the power line. For that we will need a demolition office. Not right now, but pretty soon. Mixed and hazardous waste goes into the incinerator, the rest goes to or comes from the customs house. We'll move 1 excavator in there once one of them is available. And we'll buy 1 or 2 waste trucks, I guess. Should already be able to make that separation here, I guess. Okay, one of our students is over 21 years old. They're at 1.80 education level, so shouldn't take too long. But let's focus on the education right now for a little bit. One professor may research, but the rest should focus on providing education. We got 3 students right now. Yeah, this heating plant will remain here in case of an emergency. If a fire separates our heating plant or something, it's definitely going to be a good idea to have everything be able to function as it should. That's a lot of time digging. Let's try and make that connection a little bit more efficient by following the terrain. That should do that. Is the road ready? Not yet, no. Still needs 270 tons. Hello West Relics, 27 population, astounding progress. Yeah, we had a lot of ups and downs, but it's looking better now. Looks like we're slowly receiving some population. One of the downsides is also that we are receiving some crime. I'm a little bit worried that they might be that might cause some problems, so we're also building a police station and a courthouse and a prison. Hopefully we'll be able to run that. We might need the workers from Brelov to do that. But they are quite far away, so I'm not sure if that's actually possible. We'll flatten this once we have an excavator available. But I would like to have this road, I think. Lots of students waiting. Professors are making poor decisions. Now we have 4 professors. Oh god, here it is. Seems we are impacted by a serious infection causing patients severe complications or even death. Disease is infectious enough to infect many citizens, so our hospitals need to be prepared. The World Health Organization released a warning about global infection we expect a long duration. Work here. Then the medical university, and then the bus stop. Make sure the clinic is crewed. We shall not lose population due to this. Only 20 people sick. Wait a second. Uh-oh. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. We'll have to keep the clinic staffed on high alert. The ambulance might be discharged a few more times. There might be more visitors here requesting treatment. We'll have to make sure that they have the ability to get the treatment. If 20 people are sick, that would be a bit of a problem. Getting the resources for our power line. Oh, I guess you will need a bus to demolish that. Well, we do have microbuses available, so I guess that'll be okay. Don't really have an excavator for that, but the wire doesn't have a slot for an excavator, so that will be fine. If we need an excavator for demolition, I can move one over. Right now we don't need one. Focus on the students, please. Always such a large amount of professors and then the research doesn't happen anymore. We'll build those buildings one after the other because we don't have that many road cranes available. Doesn't help turning on the courthouse or the prison right now. We'll have to wait. Okay, this power line will be done with 10 workers. We don't have road cranes available, so let's not build it right now. This one will be done by 2 workers. I think with the incinerator disabled or running at very low capacity, pollution is not an issue anymore. Our shopping center not being staffed, however, still is. Okay, looks like the demolition was done. I saw waste trucks unloading. And that would hook up all the wires. Just gotta wait for the road to finish. Four people studying still, so still important. I would like to do some research, but they seem to be slotting themselves kind of weirdly. Those students are fairly new. "17 workers. I'm not seeing that health emergency. I'm gonna drop the small clinic back down to 2 workers because we're explicitly sending workers to it, and that will lead to more workers going to the medical university instead. It should still mean that the clinic is fully staffed most of the time, but we should have some extra workers available to make sure that the research finishes and the people trying to study here can study. Construction of the medical university was definitely the right choice. Looks like 1 person finished their studies, and they have like 2 years to go before they actually can join the workforce. I don't think they're going to join the workforce early. They have to grow up to 21 years old first. But they'll be ready. They'll be ready right away. The other ones still have some time. And 10% criminality. Great. A whole 2 to 3 criminals. Well, the criminality of all of our citizens seems to be going up. 1%, 14%, 12%, 10%, 6, 1, 13, 8. It's not looking great. Thankfully the effect seems to be rather low at a low population count, otherwise they would have already been causing a lot of problems, I would imagine. Are we getting more workers now? No. That one bus had a lot of workers in it. I saw a lot of workers going to different workplaces. I mean, if you had a whole city basically given to just these few people, and the state is just paying for foreign labor, lots of opportunities to slack off. I mean, the workers we are bringing in are still mostly crewing the regular workplaces. The people that we are housing ourselves are the highly educated workers that not going to work is equals crime. There's plenty of work for them to do. I'm a little bit more worried about the gene pool though. Like we started our republic from 10 workers and we haven't had any new citizens, so it's all those 10 workers making, and their own offspring basically living here. Maybe that's causing problems with crime and and epidemics becoming more likely. Give it a couple thousand years, it'll even out. I don't know about that. I think if you drop below 150 workers, 150 people, there's like a... I think in real life there's a limit where a gene pool can't sustain itself. I thought it was 150, but it might be 500. I don't quite remember. The last building we will need in this area is a technical service. I think a free one would be enough. We will need a water truck, we will need 2 snowplows, and that's it, right? No, we will need waste trucks also. Maybe I need a proper technical service here for the capacity. I don't really want to build that in front of the heating plant coal storage connection. Sounds reasonable, and it also seems like humans suffer a lot more in that regard compared to other animal species, especially species with litters of multiple children. Yeah, could be. Still got 4 students. One of them is already ready to join the workforce, the other 3 not so much. "16 years at 1.5 education, very fast progress now." Yeah, we're getting these students ready for joining the workforce right away. Might be time to unassign the workers again and let them work wherever they feel is right. You can't get food or electronics because there's no workers here. There's a lot of people trying to buy food, and our buses are very, very slow. Well, at least we're having some people being able to buy food now. We're doing a lot of construction projects again, so our buses seem to be a little bit slowed down, but it's to be expected. I tried making a water tower this time and it didn't really work well. Okay, water towers are pretty easy. You pump water in with a pump, and then they can just let the water flow out naturally, as long as the destination is lower than the water tower. I tried to make a loop and it's not great. Yeah, that will cause the pump to always run full tilt if you have a loop. Looks like our excavators are busy again. No one passed away in the pandemic? No. I think the pandemic might still be ongoing. I guess we don't see it. Usually it would say no tourists because of pandemic, but it's just complaining about the visa. We had no death the last 2 months, we had no death this year, so no one passed away due to the pandemic. It was just Western propaganda. This will make cars fly. That's fine. It's a little bit hilly, except for this bump, that one should be fixed. And maybe this... nah, this one is fine. There is no sickness. Down with the sickness. We really ought to make a profit again. We need to get our incinerator set up. Fire station is ready. We need to get a road crane ready to start building this. And we also need to start working on the incinerator, which will cost money again, because it needs resources to build. Like these things usually do. $230 tons of gravel left to build the road. Once that one is done, we will switch over our construction office to take workers from there. To leave this customs house alone and get some constructions done a little bit faster. We got an excavator available. This pump. You made another bump, didn't you? Oh, it's okay. There's a little bit of a ditch here. I guess we can remove it. Smoothen out this section a little bit. Doesn't want to flatten this. And maybe this one. We'll build that later. Right now we need to focus all of our efforts on the justice system and the new incinerator. I would like to start having an income again. Watching the money go down without any recourse is not that great. Gravel deliveries are taking their time, and winter is also imminent, which will slow things down a bit. I think with this road we're gonna have an even faster reach with our construction office and repair station, but that's okay. This should be a little bit of extra distance if we want to build something in the area. Health is down to 90%. Our shopping center isn't sufficiently staffed. I thought 3 buses would be enough, but evidently that doesn't seem to be the case. I'm wondering if I could split up the unloading a little bit, like tell them to unload 50% of the workers to wait at the bus platform and then drop the rest off into workplaces already, which would spread out the workforce a little bit. So what I mean is I set this up as 2 unloading tasks, and the first one unloads 10% to wait at the bus stop, and the other ones unload fully into workplaces already. Which should give us the ability to spread out the workforce a little bit with the incoming buses. So a few workers go in here, and the rest is sent out directly. That spreads out the amount of workers just a little bit. 15 workers. 9 of them go to the bus stop, and the other ones walk to the work sites and then the other workers walk out after a few minutes, spreading themselves out a little bit. That should make the shifts in areas like the shopping center and so on a little bit more spread out and overlapping with each other. That's my hope. 3/4 of the way done of the research on increasing birth rate again. We have 29 citizens now. Let's hope we can keep growing. This is looking pretty good. Money's not looking too great, but we've recuperated most of our, or we've recovered most of our US dollars in the meantime. Dump truck requiring repairs. You should be able to find the repair station yourself. We'll start replacing the vehicles on the western border. As soon as our scrapyard is up, then I can just tell, okay, you're not gonna get repairs, you're gonna get replaced, and the vehicle moves into the scrapyard. And the scrapyard will be directly connected to the repair station, so the scrapped western vehicles will be used to repair our eastern vehicles. At least that's the plan. If it will work that way, I don't know yet. With the police station, the court and the courthouse, we will have 2 more workplaces that will require highly educated workers to function. But those 2 workplaces are also not set up in a way where they need to run full time. As long as they can handle the cases, they should be okay. So they will need to work every now and then. The prison will need to work full time, for sure. Instead of using the construction office, I think I'll just drop down a bus stop here and bring in the first set of workers with the bus route so that they can build everything. So basically you're gonna go here, then to the fire station, and then to the incinerator last. And also, I guess, the water substation. Just need to make sure that this actually allows workers to go onto the construction site. And yeah, you can be built later. And then we'll have a bus route bringing workers from the customs house to this bus platform. We'll unload them here in the beginning, then later on this bus platform, and we'll unload them as a transfer. So the construction office bus can also pick them up from here instead of the customs house. So we're going to reduce the travel distance a little bit. I don't know if that's a good idea though. I think this area is going to run through the workers quite quickly anyway. Especially the heating plant will take most of the workers. I guess I'll assign the construction office to the customs house instead and just build everything regularly. Probably makes the most sense. Okay, another 21-year-old with 1.7 education level. 3 other students. We'll turn off the police station for now. I don't think it makes sense to run the police station if we don't have the courthouse or prison scheduled to finish relatively soon. I would like to complete the heating plant area first. Oh man, the gravel deliveries are slow. I guess they're building a lot of other things. Speed up the research a bit. Once we start using our prison, we also need to turn on the orphanage, because that's when, if a parent gets sent to prison, they would lose their children. Up to 30 citizens now, 2 more and we've doubled our population. And 2 more workers and we've doubled our workforce. I think things are under control now. At least population growth wise. Money wise we're losing a lot. I mean, we don't have an income yet. I also don't know if the clothing factory would be too close. Once the incinerator and the heating plant are gone, I guess we could run a clothing factory in the area. That would be okay. Let me get the vehicles that we will need. I have a dump truck here. We should go to the construction office. We will need probably 3 waste trucks and 3 buses. I'll wait with the purchase of buses a bit, maybe we'll get some better ones fairly soon. Otherwise I'll probably get the ones that carry 40 workers. I think the blue buses are gonna appear soon, if I remember correctly. I don't remember the name. Oh, the Chev. The Chev... This one. 1968, okay, it's 2 more years. These ones can carry 40 workers and they drive, I think, 80 kilometers an hour. They would be fairly nice for that purpose. Let's up the number of workers on the scrapping facility to 2 and get that construction done as well. Police station is almost done. And the research is almost done. We had 1 stroke or heart attack, but it didn't affect our population, I don't think. So they must have been treated, which is good. I think we have plenty of money to get everything set up, and once the incinerator starts running, we should have a decent amount of income. It's just a shame, I thought this incinerator would be far away enough. But I guess the incinerator in combination with the heating plant is just too close. Yeah, I think setting up the unloading of workers to this was also a good idea. It seems to make sure that the workforce is overlapping a little bit better in all facilities. 10% more for the research. Up to 31 citizens. One more and we've achieved our first milestone, I would say. I mean, the first milestone was probably getting 10 highly educated workers in our republic. That was a really good choice. 12 children, 18 workers, and 1 student currently in the Hall of Residence. Hopefully finishing their education soon. But probably has to wait until we finish our research. Let's put the research at highest priority and just go through it. And then we can focus our professors on providing an education again. That will be more efficient. No, sorry, you'll have to wait until the current research is done. $160 more tons. 681,000 US dollars, so still going up there. In case of an emergency, I guess we could hook up the power lines between 2 customs houses and just transfer US currency into rubles again, or just buy something really expensive and then ship it over. Got the dump trucks on the western border now. So we can replace our eastern variants as well. Come on, finish the research. Why is there so much crime now? Why is there a highly educated worker on the police station trying to build it? Thank you for finishing the research, much appreciated. Okay, back to providing an education. We might be able to get the next research in of something else, but right now, just let them study. There's going to be plenty of students trying to get an education, and we have like 4 of them right now, with 1 of them ready to join the workforce as soon as they finish their studies. Let's start the road upgrades here next year. Snow's gonna start dropping any second now. No point in slowing things down further. All the resources will start being delivered to the incinerator after the groundworks are completed. And then next year we can probably build everything up. Except for the heating plant, that will have to take a while. That will take a while. Would like to build that with the funds we get from running the incinerator. I think we can build that road though. Even though it would probably lead to most of the traffic going through here, that shouldn't really be a downside for us. Let's wait for the other road construction to complete. It's occupying most of our dump trucks and I don't want to split their attention right now. Okay. Waiting for one more citizen. You're 74 years old, 71, 80. Getting close. We're gonna lose 3 people fairly soon. But otherwise, population seems pretty young. So I expect our population to drop down by 3 in the next few months. But after that, we're gonna have a few more children grow up. And we also finished the research for more population growth, so hopefully that will become noticeable soon as well. Let's finish the construction on the police station and switch over to the courthouse. Education. Next time you'll hopefully finish. How old are you? 23, that's fine. Okay. We got our police station, let's turn it off. And start the construction of our courthouse. And after that, the prison. And after that, we'll run all of 3 of them. Hopefully successfully. Still need the technical service in the area. We'll have to wait for the road upgrades to finish so I can remove the dirt roads. But then everything should be in place. I don't think I need the sewage tank. I think sewage will discharge itself if it's not picked up and will not prevent buildings from running. If it's not a direct input to the building, of course. Or direct output, I mean. The sewage might be in range of our technical service. No, it's not. That's fine. I guess I could just set up a sewage tank and, yeah, provide a sewage truck. At some point we will have our own workers here. Only one road crane here, where's the other one? Courthouse, scrapyard. Scrapyard, okay. I guess that's okay. We're in the last construction phase for the scrapyard as well. Only one student right now. Let's see how far they are. I think it's time to trigger another research. I think the edification of toughening is something we want. It's gonna take longer than the other researches, but should be okay. You're at 1.6 at 19 years old. Sounds okay. This research can basically take as long as we need to wait until we need to redo the birth rate research. We ran over 21 workers, so we basically doubled our workforce now. More than doubled our workforce, so that's a milestone. Still waiting for that extra citizen though. But yeah, we have 21 workers now. And we also went through an epidemic with not really any trouble. One of the more significant epidemics, I might add. Heating problem? Why? More workers, please? Thank you. The more workers we have, the easier it should get. Because we can fill more workplaces ourselves, meaning that the shortage of foreign workers is less of a problem. And we reached 32 citizens now, so we've doubled our population. At least for the time being. And yeah, birth rate is on the way up. Population growth is noticeable. Let's hope it stays that way. Eight more deliveries of gravel for the road. And then we'll also have access to the other customs house. Although the gravel roads will not really make it more accessible during winter for worker transportation. As soon as we have the technical service in operational, clearing all the roads, it will work. Come on, workers to the heating plant, please. Thank you. A few more workers would be nice though. We didn't pick up any workers. But that's okay. As soon as this road is done, I guess we'll build this road. And then next year we can upgrade the existing roads here. All the way to probably... I'm wondering if I should upgrade all the way to the customs house, but... I don't know. I don't think all the way to the customs house is going to be necessary. Oh yeah, and we also should build all of these power lines again. To actually provide electricity for our area. But first these road upgrades after the other road has been built, and then putting the technical service in the area. Get the fire station set up, get the bus platform set up, start bringing workers, and then they can build everything while providing fire safety to the location. Still got one student. If only I could have more people researching, but I usually don't have that many professors. Or I could just put everything on research and let the student wait. But that would slow down our potential population growth, I guess. Oh, you're almost done. Yeah, let's focus on studying again. Can do the research later. By the time you finish studying, there might be more students though, but whatever. Yeah, resource deliveries during winter are very slow. We'll need to wait for our road cranes to get freed up. Otherwise we can't really build anything efficiently. Where are our other road cranes? There they are. W50 please, thank you. Could get a few extra cheap road cranes, I guess. Oh wait, 3 of them should be enough. Nah, maybe a 4th one. We have 4 places still free. I might want to get another concrete mixer, so we have 3 of them. 3 dump trucks feels okay. Yeah, I don't know what else. 1 excavator will be moved out for the demolition office at some point, but I think 3 excavators minimum is also okay. Let's get it a W50 road crane. Can move to the construction of the courthouse. heating problems in the indoor pool. 0 degrees. Why is no one working the heating plant? This is problematic. Oh, we just lost 2 people. 3 people, in fact, and 1 birth. Yeah, the heating plant is not operating consistently. I want the foreign workers to keep figuring that out. I'll increase the workforce to 7 in there. Maybe it helps with spreading out the workforce, so that there's an overlap again between the shifts. We'll have to replace one of the personal vehicles soon. It's getting a little bit too old. The trucks have a little bit more time left. How old are they? 3 years. I guess I should probably get them repaired. I could buy 2 extra vehicles, put them on the same route, and move these 2 vehicles to the repair station and get them repaired instead of replacing them. That's probably a better idea. I think I'll do that. So we won't need the scrapyard yet after all. But it will be available. 50%. Let's get a replacement car. Send you out, and you're gonna go to the repair station. Don't have a vehicle depot here, I guess. Let's place one in the vicinity. Hi, do you know at which point it's best to replace a vehicle instead of repairing it? Hello, Lord Steiner. At some point the vehicle starts having breakdowns if you don't repair it. Like at 70% it becomes very noticeable. I think the default setting that the game gives is 80% and 20 years of age. So wear and tear of 80% and 20 years of age if you use automatic vehicle replacement. That setting is okay, but sometimes you have problems where the repairs don't happen fast enough or something. And by that point, like, if you have a vehicle that cannot repair back to full, at some point it will say wear and tear after repair is like 20% or 30%. If you can only repair up to 50% again, then I think it's not worth it anymore. But then the vehicle's already pretty old, I would say. So either if your wear and tear is 80% and you can only repair back to 50%, then I would probably replace it even if it's too young. Or use the default replacement settings and make sure that you have functional repair stations in most areas. Let's check wear and tear. Dump truck. Stalin, yeah. Okay. We don't have any students right now. Let's focus on research. Get all professors on it. Patient. Thank you. Doctor visit successful. And someone who needs emergency healthcare being treated. We have a fire on the power transformer, because why not start a fire on the most important building that we have? Temperatures are dropping. We don't have a lot of firefighters. Okay. Well, the temperature dropped down to 0 degrees, but we had that happen before and it was manageable. I'm not sure if the child survived. They might have died because of the power outage. Well, we had 5 deaths this month. I think the low temperature probably took away a lot of our older workers. Well, we still have 2 of them. If we had more workers in the fire station, we would have had fewer issues. But we can't have everything. 2 more deliveries of gravel to finish the road construction. And then we can move on to the next task. The beetle moving here is going to take a while, moving through the frozen dirt roads all the way over here. I don't know how far it is. Surely it must be further ahead. Must have missed it. Can't be that far behind, can it? Oh my god, it is. It's so slow. Well, take your time. Winter's almost through already as well, less than a month to go. We have 7 children. And we have 1 student. And the research isn't really progressing, so let's focus on getting that student through their education. Doing a little bit of research on this side, but mostly studies. Do we have all of the gravel now? Yes. Yes, we do. That means the road construction is done. I'm sure that's outside of range of the construction office, but I will sign it anyway. Actually, it's not outside of range. That's amazing. Does that mean the construction office has range all the way up here? No. I don't know how it managed to assign itself to it, though. Well, that's okay. Just bring some gravel over there, I guess. And we'll start working on this road. What about these power lines? All the resources are already here. You'll need 10 workers, I already said that. That one will need like 5. And yeah, you're gonna pick up workers from here now. We'll have a new source of workers. At least for construction for now. Which will be really helpful in getting things built. Let me also assign you to this road construction. And I guess all of the other things here. Can get everything built. Let's build the fire station first and establish a bus route. And also upgrade these roads and get the technical service in place. Still only one student. Research is slow. Don't complain about police. We don't have the population to have a functioning police station. Alright, let's set you to one set of workers and give you one police car. And see how you do with that. $28 unemployment? No, we only have 6% one worker unemployed. There's enough workers in the kindergarten. There's no real unemployment. Unless it switched over just now and I missed it, but... 28, okay. Well, sometimes it might do. The foreign workers are moving in wild patterns. Wild and unpredictable patterns, so... no idea what they're doing. Running only one police staff and police officer for all the crime we're already experiencing is probably not gonna work out. $28 would be four unemployed workers due to small children. Or close to that. I might have to set this to 2, so we have at least an overlap of the police staff and police officers working in this building. Well, we'll see if it works out. Maybe we can catch some criminals. Picking up workers here during winter is probably not the best idea, but at least the snow will go away in 7 days or so. And then it should be better. In the meantime, I guess I could employ a free technical service to help with things until we get up a proper one. We do have KAZ snowplows, so we shall use them. Wood is still cheap, but we are earning money from it, so I'm not complaining. Money go up? Yes, it is. %, 3 workers unemployed. I mean, we're employing more staff than necessary. I could just wait for them to have their children grow up and not care about running a kindergarten right now. Still no crime that needs solving, apparently. Also, the police vehicle is parked interestingly. We'll have our courthouse set up pretty quickly as well. The scrapping facility is also almost done. It's like 8 more workers, maybe. Okay, where's the construction office bus? Already unloaded all the workers apparently, or probably lost them, I don't know. Right, still have to dig that one out. Gotta finish the road construction to it first. The more buildings that we open up, the more we're spreading out our workforce, which is not ideal. We can still shut down things like police stations, courthouses, but once we start running the prison, we can't really shut that down, and it will take a decent amount of workers all the time. It's basically going to be like a fire station, but it's going to need workers all the time instead of the fire station. As soon as we start housing criminals. Yeah. Need to make sure that they stay locked up and not escape. The road has been built. Looks like this already assigned itself. Interesting. Do the road upgrades, I guess. No, we have a lot of other construction tasks. Let's wait with the road upgrades a little bit. And yeah, as soon as we run the prison, we also have to run the orphanage, so it's like a double thing. I think I'm going to shut down the police station right now. We will have it, but right now I don't think we can run this and the orphanage. We have to grow our population first. Don't think we have the capacity to start with the crime and justice system just yet. We will build it to have it, but not run it yet. Two students again. 13 children in total. I think the birth rate increase is definitely noticeable. When we had like 12 people, I think we had like 3 or 4 children. Now we almost have as many children as we have workers, so... very good. I hope we can finish that research relatively soon, because we need to probably repeat the other research again at some point. Oh, that's a lot of workers, but thank you, I guess. Speed up traffic a little bit by setting up correct traffic signs. Probably make the main road go to this one. Already delivered all of the gravel. Just waiting for the asphalt. Scrapping facility almost done, just 8 more work days. And the courthouse needs 55. Back to 32 citizens, so yeah, I think we're still going to grow. There's going to be ups and downs, but so far we are on an upwards trend, thanks to the research. The cold edification, the cold toughening will also help, since we're experiencing issues during winter and every now and then. Let's put the school at 2 and 2 again. Make sure that they run through the education as fast as necessary. Still seems like they would finish their education even without a change, but I just want to make sure, since we're going to have a lot of students fairly soon. $500,000 rubles left. Got most of the material on the construction site for the incinerator. The bus platform is also almost ready. We don't need the free bus stop. We're going to send workers directly to the bus platform. And we'll send them as soon as we actually need them, so... right. We don't have road cranes here. Oh, one of them is on its way now. Good, 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 good. Looks like we finished the construction of the scrapyard, so 2 road cranes became available. Let's make sure to turn the scrapyard off. We don't need that right now. And yeah, let's wait until we actually need it. After that, we'll have to turn off the courthouse. We should have 1 road crane left. No, all of them are currently busy. Fire station does have a road crane. We'll need another delivery of workers to finish though. I don't think 26 people is going to be enough. But good effort. I mean, the unemployment numbers just look very impressive and dangerous, but it's just okay. Do we have 2 people unemployed or 4 because of the kindergarten not being sufficiently staffed? I think staffing the kindergarten full-time loses us too many workers right now. Like, I would need to put in at least 3 workers full-time to gain three workers of my own back from unemployment, and that doesn't make that much of a difference to me. I do believe that if we run the orphanage with foreign workers, we're gonna see a really good improvement to their loyalty though. Like, I want to run this at 50% loyalty requirement or higher with just foreign workers if possible. And a delivery to the fire station again this time. Probably finishing it. I would have thought they would have built it up way more with the workers that they were sending me. Maybe it'll take longer than expected. Maybe you should send some workers to the bus platform so we can finish that one instead. Nope, fire station yet again. Yep, we'll need another delivery of workers, unfortunately. Once the fire station is up, I'll relocate our existing fire trucks to the fire station and get some more modern equipment in here, I guess. Alternatively, I buy a faster fire truck for this area, which might be better. And I'll leave the slower ones in here. Yeah, let's do that instead. That will make a bit more sense. Still bringing workers to the medical university directly, which might not be necessary anymore. These ones have been traveling for 4 hours already. Why is there no professor in here? Courthouse is up. Let's shut it down. And start the construction of the prison, I guess. As I said, just to have it. Not necessarily yet for operation. We'll need to grow our own population for that, to make it more consistent. Fire station in place. We'll get a W50 fire truck, road speed of 80 kilometers an hour. I think that'll be plenty for the area. Let's also get another faster one, that's fine. Next up, we should probably finish the bus platform, and then we could build the rest with like dedicated bus route here. What are you trying to build right now? The bus platform. Excellent. So we don't have access to the better buses yet. So I guess we're gonna go for the RTO logs. 85 kilometers an hour. I'm gonna start with 3 of them. That'll bring workers continuously to the incinerator area, the new one. And yeah, I don't think I will unload them here as a transfer point, just unload them, and there should be enough workplaces available. Just bring 40 workers constantly to this area. And we'll also enable line spacing, because there won't be an end station in that area. Maybe I'll build one. I mean, it's gonna be the area that will make us our money. Until we have the clothing factory. We need enough workers for that. But until then we have to run waste incineration. They can refuel in this area, so shouldn't be too difficult. I think it'll be fine. Let's upgrade these roads. Or at least schedule the road upgrades whenever the construction officers get to them. Alright. Hopefully the amount of workers we get out of that customs house will be enough to run a heating plant. At some point we'll switch this area over to like our domestic workers and bring workers from Lolona over there. Well, it's gonna be a bit. And I mean the heating plant will not be built until we have the incinerator operational. And for that we still need a bunch of waste trucks to actually import hazardous waste and export the resulting mixed waste back to the customs house. So we're going to bring workers to the bus platform and they will build the constructions and also provide fire safety. As soon as the incinerator finishes construction, I would like to be informed. And then we can set up our money-making machine, I guess. Hello, Villainous. Welcome. We got 33 people now. We doubled our population. It's only taken 7 in-game years to do so. But we finally did it. Thank you. Only 1,966 people to go. Wait, 996 people to go. We need to get to 1,000 people. So I can see the goal already. I can already see the finish line. Most of them, yes. Only one person we had to skip. We had to skip the higher education because they were already 23 years old and they barely got any education done because we had a health crisis and we did a research and they basically would have had to study for a few more years, so we cancelled their education. But otherwise, all of them have a higher education and yeah, they keep our they keep our clinic running most of the time. Not sure why they're not working there right now. There they are. Our school and most of our medical university, at least most of the time. Will this one no higher education to the border? Tell him if no study to Western. No. It was my decision to cancel his higher education. I wanted him to join the workforce because population growth was more important than having him sit around. No, he's saying, yeah, no, it's fine. It's fine the way it is. This was all planned. Okay, let's see. 10 workers here. Make it 15. Definitely 5. We need our road cranes again. I guess they're going to be busy building the buildings in this area. I don't think we have enough road cranes. And from where's the income? Currently no income. Our previous income was just the incinerator. We have an income on the western border. We made our money back. The western border basically earned all of its money back, and that's just because we're exporting wood. So we're just selling trees. We have no fire station here, we don't have anything that should burn. Just a lot of trees, which I guess is a little bit ironic. No, they are free workers. Those are foreign workers, they just go to the logging camp, cut down a few trees and we'll sell them. So they don't live here. They just come here, cut down some trees and go back. They work for us for a little bit, and we pay them good money. I mean, it's the same as on the eastern border, except here they also don't get any services, they run the services instead. We did look around for an oil field, right? I didn't find any nearby. I did find one somewhere over there. Yeah, no easy oil field in this area. Prison, sewage tank, unfinished medium voltage wire, and the incinerator. So all of our road cranes are currently busy. Well, the sewage tank will finish construction with the next worker that walks onto the construction site, and then the road crane might decide to go somewhere else. Or we'll just send a construction office bus full of workers there, that also works. Is this the hardest challenge for you till now? I don't think it's the hardest challenge, but it's one that takes a very long time. And there's not a lot of things happening and you have to micromanage everything. I feel like me playing my settlements with very few workers definitely helps that I can keep everything under control. I don't think it's the hardest challenge though. I think Karabadak was pretty difficult. I'm enjoying that it's a very small and condensed challenge. Like, we barely have any people, and I kinda enjoy that. Gives you time to learn all the mechanisms. But also it's very slow and a little bit tedious at times. Getting things started was really challenging. And figuring out what was most important, definitely the healthcare. And closely followed by the higher education. Finding the right balance between the two was interesting. Well, we're getting a decent amount of workers here. Not complaining. I guess we could move a free construction office in and set up a few more road cranes to speed things up. I'm amazed how we are able to make a profit with just wood exports. They give us like $13 per ton of wood. 12. And it's still profitable. $360 per truckload of trees. Up to 36. I think once we've reached like 100 people, we might be able to slowly reduce the amount of foreign workers that we get. I tried importing chemicals and crops, making fabrics and then clothes. Yeah, that sounds like should work. I usually start with just a clothing factory, only with foreign workers. I think that's very tough. It will have a little bit of profit, but not much. Yeah. Using foreign workers. Maybe only the clothing factory can do that. I think foreign workers, you can definitely make a profit running an oil refinery. Maybe a steel mill, but definitely an oil refinery can do that. Did we repair you? Yes, we did. Alright, then we'll move you back. In case we need to repair another vehicle. What's the vehicle depot? Is it this one? Yeah. Mars 309, larger microbuses on the western border. Very large microbus. I think it can carry like 25 people. Yep. The game is called Workers and Resources, not only Resources. You have to get your own workers to get profit. I mean, foreign workers are also workers, right? You can't discriminate against foreign workers. It doesn't say domestic workers and resources, right? Okay, road upgrade almost done. I think we'll continue on through this area. It'll slow down things a little bit, but that's okay. I would build a wall. I mean, even in the beginning, trying to produce things with foreign workers is usually not profitable. Getting domestic workers is way cheaper, even though it requires a lot of setup and maintenance. Trying to produce stuff with foreign workers is mostly inefficient. I have to try the oil refinery start again at some point. Is this vanilla map? Yeah, this is medium European, Eastern European hills without pre-built settlements. This is one of the original maps. I don't think I've ever played it. I don't remember it. It's pretty nice. It looks like a workshop map with the nice and detailed hills, so I like it. Looks weathered the way it should. Alright, I would like to finish the incinerator so we could start making some money again. If you want to run an industry that you can run with foreign workers to make money, run an incinerator and import hazardous waste. I know where the resources are, so I cannot play it. Oh, okay. I don't know. I mean, if you know where the resources are, you could tell yourself that you are not allowed to build any building that extracts resources until you do the research. There's always ways to make it more difficult with self-imposed challenges. Got the road built, so we should have more reach with our construction offices now. Probably a little bit. I mean, I did remove the snapping point, so it might be over here now or something. I'm not going to go and check that. "17 years old, education level already at 1.8. Definitely gonna finish the education when they turn 21. The other thing that we realized when we did this challenge is that the Hall of Residence is really, really useful because it allows people to get a university education longer than the normal time of 21 years. That way, we basically turn everyone into a higher educated citizen. Unfortunately, also those with really low loyalty, but I mean, you can't have everything. Not that early. Next road upgrade. This is going to slow down the bus traffic a little bit because they will have to drive around. But I think that's okay. It'll also make it more difficult to send workers to the other areas, I guess, because they can't walk onto... I guess they can only not... they can't work onto this construction site. Everything else they can still walk onto. I guess it's fine. Build that. And you will also have to build the road because it's too short. I mean, until we finish the incinerator, I guess we don't need anyone working in the fire station, so send all workers to the incinerator right now. And I guess here, but we can't reach that right now. But yeah, finish the incinerator as quickly as possible. And I'll get the waste trucks ready. We'll start with 3 waste trucks as well. It's going to be a longer distance to the incinerator. We still don't want to import too much waste, but we need some. That's a lot of children. We got as many children as we do have workers now, so I would say the research definitely helps. We must repeat the research soon. Starvation of 12 people. You hate to see it. Hopefully they can get that sorted fairly quickly. I mean, we are bringing workers to the shopping center very frequently. But we don't have our own workers for that just yet. Need to get to like 50 workers and then they'll probably start going to all the other facilities that don't require a higher education. But it's gonna take a while. Alright, waste truck. Pick up all of the hazardous waste, drive it here, and then when you come back, unload mixed waste. And I guess we'll leave the checkbox off for that, so you unload everything. Once the incinerator has finished construction, then all of the road cranes will become available again, and we can build other construction tasks a little bit quicker. Could have bought more road cranes, I guess, but I'm going to be a cheapskate and probably pay more money for foreign workers instead. Okay, the loading of non-aggregate components on the open storages is not too slow. It's just that only one vehicle can load it at a time, I guess. That slows things down a little bit. 16 years old and already a quarter way done with the education. No professors right now, but I guess they're just doing other things. 39% unemployment due to small children. Very dangerous. Not really. But yeah, it looks concerning, I guess. That might be the reason why we don't have enough professors, I guess. But I can't really force them to go there, can I? I guess I could, but then I would have to assign everything manually, and that feels annoying. Unable to visit hospital, and a bunch of crime. Visit doctor? Also visit doctor. Well, hopefully you can do that today. Not sure why they went. Ah, 3 times unable to visit hospital. I feel like it's sufficiently staffed, but apparently they still have complaints about it. How's the incinerator coming along? All resources present, just waiting for 2 busloads of workers to finish the construction, and then we're ready. We still need the electricity, so the wire and the substation are needed. Probably need to bring in some water and take away the sewage. We can remove these roads. I can't build a technical service over here because there's a coal storage that is supposed to be put in that area. But I can build it over here. We might have to wait for the road upgrades to finish, and then I can put it in this location. What are you building right now? Unfinished road. Sure. Let's start this upgrade. Line spacing is slow. I might have to drop it in an end station here for the vehicles on their way back. I can build that on this side. That'll be fine. As an upgrade. Yeah, that will help with the route immensely. Okay, after they finish the construction with the next bus or 2, we definitely need a firefighting force here. I don't think I'll upgrade this road section. I might at some point. The snowplows should be able to handle things. I would like to start gaining an income first. So we only upgrade this road section so the fire truck can get here and to the heating plant later on a little bit faster. Still starvation, apparently. You have food, you want to visit a doctor. There are doctors available, so hopefully you can do that. And now we don't have any staff, so I hope that corrects itself fairly quickly with the bus that is arriving right now. And someone else walked in and then the other person left. And now you decided that waiting took too long. We got the incinerator. It's complaining about no power, no drinking water. Both things that we are working on. The substation will receive workers next, I guess. We'll send all of the workers to the substation as soon as we get some, and allow them to actually go into the substation. Still need the water in the sewage truck. But yeah, after this road upgrade is done, we'll remove this dirt road, put the technical service in this area, and hook up the water and sewage to the customs house, Brelov. Okay, I'm a little bit worried about a fire breaking out and causing havoc here, so I'm gonna send some workers to the fire station, just in case. That means the substation is gonna take a while longer, but we still need one extra worker to finish this one. But after that we'll be done, and I guess it doesn't matter for actually running our waste imports. So we did set up the hazardous waste loading. We set up the unloading, whatever you pick up. And then we need to... Where's the add stop button? There it is. We need to unload hazardous waste and load any mixed waste. And don't wait until loaded for the mixed waste, because we're going to incinerate 6.5 tons into a little bit less than 6.5 tons. And there's going to be no other waste generated in that area. I mean, we could send all of the waste over there and remove this incinerator completely, which might happen. This is just more consistent to run right now. But in the future we'll probably only have this incinerator. Got our substation, still waiting on the worker to get here to finish the power line. And then the incinerator can actually start operating. Even without any water, there should be plenty of productivity for us. Let's get the technical service set up. And build that road. Don't send workers only to the fire station, thank you. I'm not going to worry about the waste being generated in these buildings. It's just going to spill out into the surrounding area, and that's fine. Apparently we still don't have electricity, because this hasn't been built yet, so get on these constructions, please. After that we will have electricity and the area can start running. In the meantime we can still import hazardous waste, so we won't be wasting too much time. Maybe it's now becoming important that I actually do take care of the unemployment due to small children, because of the fact that well, we're reducing our workforce for a lot of highly educated workers if we don't pay attention to that. But then again, we're growing our population quite quickly. So we're getting more and more workers anyway. And it's only the people that take care of like the 6-year-olds. As soon as they start going to school, they don't count anymore. So the most we can get is 7 unemployed people. I kind of want to build smaller, specialized buildings that send people directly into these facilities so they're always staffed. But I don't have the workforce for that just yet. Nor do I have the buildings for that. 2 people still starving. As I said, it should be a non-issue, but apparently it isn't. Let's increase the workforce on our hospital up to 3 to make sure it's more reliably staffed. You're still fine at 2. Don't need to increase that just yet. Got the high voltage switch. Now we're just waiting on the power line. We can probably up the worker count to 15 to make sure that even if you don't get a road crane, you finish construction. What are you building right now? Unfinished road. From the technical service, I assume. That's fine. Let's get a water truck. And we'll get a sewage truck as soon as the technical service is up. And yes, we'll remove water and sewage, even though we don't need to. I think the amount of workers we have in this area is sufficient by itself. If you pick up any waste, just bring it to the customs house. You're not gonna get any waste trucks anyway. And we will reduce the range to this intersection, so you don't plow the snow inside the city. Could reduce the amount of workers inside the heating plant a bit. Its temperatures are quite high. Would make our other facilities run a bit more efficient. What do we have here? Road depot, construction office, another road depot, and another road depot. Well, the research is progressing, 2/3 done. We do still have 2 students. Not sure how old they are or how long they still need to study. But yeah, the research slowly creeping up is fine. We'll have to redo the research for increasing birth rate again soon. That seems to be really helpful. Let's increase the priority on the power line here, so the incinerator can actually start running. The technical service... Oh, wait. Oh, I guess... Right. We already get electricity from this power line into the switch. We don't need the power line here to be built as a priority. So everything is running now. So we should see it nice... I guess I do need a waste truck to get rid of the ash here. But we should see a nice bit of profit slowly happening again over time. No, we don't need a waste truck. I misspoke. We're already bringing that stuff to the customs house with the 3 waste trucks that we do have. They're handling everything. So everything is in order. We might need more waste trucks. We'll have to wait and see. It is a pretty long road trip. And maybe we'll upgrade all of the road to asphalt. Though that is not necessary right now. Would be helpful though. One more work day. Great. Yeah, a lot of work getting done. Could have a lot more waste trucks here. And we're not receiving any pollution anymore. I'm getting a lot more foreign manpower because this area, we're taking a lot of workers to here. I could reduce that by a little bit. But I feel like we're basically preparing for the heating plant. And seeing if we can run that while still maintaining a profit. The heating plant will be the next construction that we will have to do after the prison finishes. And that will be quite the task. I really would like to upgrade these roads. That will take a long time. I guess a little bit of profit is more important right now. Well, that prepares everything for an upgrade. Have a good day, Berliners. Take care. See you next time. I'm not going to be able to remove that junction, but oh well. I guess we can use it. Maybe no we can. Yes, no we can. Okay, then let's remove it. And let's do the road upgrade. That's too short of a road. We'll need some workers for that, but the rest can be done by a mechanism. Maybe I should switch the picking up of asphalt over to Brelov as well. Would be a shorter trip, right? Let's do that. Asphalt. From here. Until we upgrade the last bit of road going into the customs house. We can upgrade these long sections with asphalt from Brelov directly. Which will shorten the road trip considerably. Yeah, everything else has been built, but the heating plant. feels like this research took longer. So we'll probably have to repeat the other research again as soon as this one finishes. But that's okay. 21 workers now, slowly creeping upwards, very slowly. But yeah, we already have 18 children, so birth rate is definitely on the up. But we have to keep it there. And we'll have to start tackling crime soon as well. I don't know if I still need you. Let's do some vehicle repairs, shall we? Yeah. Also, yeah, you can get some repairs whenever you feel like it, but let's get you repaired. I think doing those road upgrades to the intersection before winter will be useful, and then next year we can do the last long stretch. While we on the other hand also start building the heating plant, trying to shut off this one. We definitely get the workers for it from Berlov. We get a decent number of workers. 31 workers. Let's say 10 workers for the fire station, 5 workers for the incinerator. We wouldn't need any more than that, and then the rest would go into the heating plant. 15 workers, plus minus a few extra. Would be able to run that consistently, I believe. I don't know how fast the bus route is. I mean, right now it's a little bit stretched thin because of the dirt roads. But yeah, should be fine. Should I add another bus to our larger bus route? It's already 3 buses at 130 seconds per trip, so not really. "40 citizens now. Lots of people waiting here, buying food, doing sport, culture. I mean, all of them should be possible if we had the workers for it to make it more reliable. Maybe it's time to turn off this incinerator and stop bringing workers to the shopping center directly. We could put this garbage truck on the same route as the other ones. We could bring our waste from the settlement over to the other incinerator. We just need to switch the garbage trucks over here, and that would be it. But I guess I would need to build the external waste storage to make sure that everything works the way it is intended to. We'll plan that out later. I think the heating plant should happen first. And also the bus end station, after the road has been upgraded, will be necessary. What's the bus doing? Unfinished road. Still a gravel road, I guess. They are lower priorities, so if you find other tasks, do the other ones first. Three students. Two of them in here right now. Three of them in here right now. Slow the research. 20 years old, 1.89 education. One par for the course, I guess. Seems to be running at a reasonable pace. Let's check the wear and tear again for vehicles. Any Western vehicles? Yes, the other Beetle basically. We'll move you over to get some repairs and start the other one as soon as you have unloaded your workers. You'll go over here and get some repairs. And the other one inside the depot can take your place. Look at that money. Now that we're repairing vehicles, we're even saving more. Although we will have to bring them over here manually to get them repaired. In the end, it will save us money. You will have to get some repairs fairly soon. You're at 45%. So I guess I will have to buy some long-haul trucks in preparation for that. And that is okay. I will only have to buy one of them, since we are going to spread out the repairs. Let's see, you're at 45%. And the other one is at 31%, so we only really need to repair you right now. As soon as you're done with your delivery, we'll send you to get some repairs. I guess I could send you to repair right now with the cargo still intact. But I'll wait for you to unload. I wonder if that reduces fuel consumption based on vehicle weight. It's probably going to simulate that if it does track the vehicle weight, right? Okay. Since the last delivery of bricks is incoming, we will allow workers to walk on the construction side of the technical service now. Let me also place down the bus end station. In this case it's gonna just be a small one. Could be better having it right next to the customs house, but I still believe that I don't mind the extra travel distance if they don't manage to pick anyone up from the customs house, which should rarely happen. Mainly when we have the construction office bus picking up workers, then it could happen, but that's okay. Want to finish the research. 20% left. Autumn is starting. Okay, technical services being built. The last vehicle we will need is a sewage truck. And even that one is, I think, strictly optional. Like, I think we could run this without a sewage truck. The sewage tank would run full, and then the buildings would run full, and it would just be a health risk for the foreign workers. That doesn't really matter that much. Maybe if you treat your foreign workers poorly, maybe the amount of foreign workers at the customs house goes down? I don't think so, but I don't know. No more asphalt deliveries, really? This incinerator will need repairs for the building and machinery soon. I think we're gonna tear it down before that. So we'll have to build a waste storage next to the new incinerator to make sure we can deal with our domestic waste. I'll wait for the road upgrade to finish and then we can hook them up. In the meantime, they can already deliver resources to the factory connections and build those up, I guess. Micromanage our research a bit and pay attention to the students so we can do both things at the same time. Do research really efficiently, and when the students show up, give them a professor to study. I mean, 18 years old and almost done with their studies, so no complaints there, I guess. Alright, back to research. Prison is almost done as well. 200 more work days. Looks like we've started construction of the heating pipe. That one's gonna be expensive. This area is not really running efficiently yet. I don't think the hazardous waste price is going down. We can probably employ more trucks. Oh no, it is going down. Okay, so 3 trucks seems to be a good number. Let's not overdo it. That's a new student. It's not super critical that we finish their education right now. Research is a little bit more important. I want to finish the research. We'll pause education for now. We'll go through the research for the last 11% and then they can continue studying. Without the medical university, I think this would have been very hard to and very like stagnating for an even longer time. The birth rate increase was the right choice. We got so many children right now. You can see the wave of 7 to 15-year-olds moving up through the ranks. Oh yeah, that's population growth, alright. Our money is becoming more and more of an issue. Especially with the construction of the heating pipes. 80 tons of steel for that, some mechanical components. One more heating pipe over here. Another 100 tons of steel. And yes, it has a weird curve to follow the terrain, so it doesn't take as long to dig out. Otherwise it would be way longer, I think. Hopefully we finish the road construction soon. 4 more deliveries of asphalt and then we should be ready. And then we should speed up the incineration of waste and the delivery of workers to the area. I could remove, I could turn this down to 5 workers and we would still have enough. But I guess the rest could go to the fire station, that's fine. Yeah, let's do it that way. Only 5 workers to the incinerator. And the rest spreads out between the fire station and the construction site. 3.5% left on the research. Just in time for winter. And then our citizens will be better equipped to deal with any shortages of workers in the heating plant, at least for a little while. I don't know how large the effect actually is, but I hope it's gonna be noticeable. Okay, we're having issues with the shopping center again, apparently. As soon as we start having our own people go work in the shopping center, things are gonna be much better, because then we can start getting rid of our own workers, of our foreign workers. I don't want to get rid of our workers, our own workers. We should keep them. They're really useful and cheap. Two more deliveries. And then we'll wait until next year to do the other large road section. But we have some other construction tasks until then. And yeah, I might build a waste storage for Lolona to set up the waste transfer from this area to the incinerator, but so that the technical services don't have to travel all the way to the incinerator. We can consolidate all of the waste into one storage and have one truck transport that at all times. Maybe in the future a distribution office. Okay, studies can resume. 18 years old, almost done with your studies. Yeah, don't see a problem with that. I think I'll even reduce the amount of workers here down to 3, same as the clinic. If we're not doing any research, then yeah, let's reduce the amount of workers in this area. We should have enough highly educated workers now that they can run the university studies for all of them without problem. I don't know why technical services take that long to build. Feels weird to me. Last delivery of asphalt, then we have to roll the road out, and then we're done. Since we're getting asphalt from this area, I guess technically I could... Never mind. We do have a double connection here, so this is already upgraded. The other road that would need upgrading is next to Dubasaya, but that one doesn't really need it right now. Did you get your repairs done? Not yet. We have to trigger it. Same for you. As soon as the repairs are done, I guess we're going to grab the other vehicle that is in need of repairs soon. Move it down and move the other one back on its line. Here's the last asphalt. Finally. Inform me when this road finished construction, please, and then we'll hook up the bus end station and the waste storages. I guess the same thing applies for children that does apply for workplaces. Like each slot can take care of 3 children in a 8-hour shift system, because the parents only have to take care of their children for like when they go to work. So I guess the capacity of babies is double that what it actually says. So in this case, 24 babies. We have more children than adults right now. 22 children and 20 workers. Can't repeat the research yet, but we will repeat the birth rate research as soon as we can. Still needing repairs, that's fine. Yeah, this whole area will become obsolete. Except for the water, sewage and electricity. That one is still used by other buildings. The incinerator and the waste storage will be removed. And all of our waste will go into the heating plant, the new heating plant area. And maybe we'll set up a waste storage on the exit here, and then have a vehicle run the route. Like you can run the route from the waste storage to the heating plant area. Could also continue using this storage, I guess, but it's... why put it here when we can run it from this area instead? Let's try and run the police station again. We're getting a few unpatrolled crimes. Let's run it at one person. And one judge. One court staff with 0 judges? No. Or does it not complain about that? No, it will complain about that. Pretty sure. Yeah. Notify me when the prison finishes construction so I can turn it off. Okay, we actually found a crime. We'll be able to investigate it and then sentence them, but can we maintain a prison to keep them at bay? I'll put in my 1 year for minor crimes, 2 year for medium crimes, and I guess we'll only go for 5 years for serious crimes for now. No prison buses, I don't think. Not for one worker. Not for one prisoner. Can't do the investigation without police staff, I guess. Well, let's increase this to 2 then. We'll drop the hazardous waste from the customs house in one storage and the domestic waste in the other. And we'll have to pick the one that takes the resources first for the domestic waste. And then everything should be fine. If I remember correctly, I don't remember. I think this one takes the waste first, but I'm not 100% sure anymore. We'll basically turn both waste factory connections the opposite way, bring some hazardous waste in and then see which one it takes from first, and that will be our domestic waste. Well, very slow in the investigation. I don't think we have the workforce for that stuff just yet. But at least we're patrolling crime, I guess. Still have to figure out which import does what. And, well, which one has the priority, I guess, and then, yeah. We'll use that one for the domestic waste. And then we'll tear down the old incinerator. But we have to get the roads constructed first, and the storages need to finish. During that time, this incinerator will continue running. However, I will tear it down if the wear and tear of machines requires repairs, which is in 19%. Should give us enough time though. I also would like to build a waste storage for the city. I shouldn't really need electricity as far as I know. Not gonna do any other research until I repeat the other one. I think that's of a higher priority. Health going down quite a bit. No problem. I think we're nearing the end of the stream. I think we did a lot. Oh, we got our technical service. Well, the hazardous waste and mixed waste deposit still need to be changed at some point, but for the time being this will be enough. I mean, you're not supposed to pick up any waste. We're not even gonna have any garbage trucks. We'll add the sewage truck. We'll remove this technical service. Set you to 2 kilometers, which is a little bit too long, but I guess that's okay. Yeah, this is a dirt road, a mud road that doesn't need any snow plowing services. And this gravel road, I guess, technically also needs snow plowing services, but I don't know. If I set you to 3 kilometer, you'll start working inside the range of the town, which I don't really want you to do. Got another significant epidemic. I feel like our clinic is staffed the way it should be. I could increase the amount of workers here, but I don't think it would make much of a difference. We're investigating a new crime, it looks like. Reasonably fast. Don't have any judge right now. Prison is almost done. Next time we'll probably see the attempt to run our prison system. And if we do sentence someone, then we will also have an orphan or two, depending on if the people who are sentenced do actually have children, so the orphanage will need to start running as well. I don't think we have the workforce for that. We only have like 22 workers, and that's not enough. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Let me see if there's anyone to raid. I'm gonna mute real quick. Let me check out what they're doing. I don't think there's anyone to raid, unfortunately. No. We're gonna end the stream, so yeah, let's put the music back on and just cut the stream short and end it here. So as I already said, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the stream. We'll be back tomorrow, pretty sure, and see if we can get over 100 people. Seems like the population growth is picking up pace and it might actually be doable the way things are going right now. Maybe not 100, but like double our population again, we'll see. But yeah, looking much better than the beginning. Medical University definitely helped with this. Anyway, have a good Saturday afternoon, and as always, maybe I'll see you next time.